Hi everyone, we're here at John Sadler's Auto Repair. And today we're doing an inspection for one of my customers that he bought a car recently at a used car lot here in San Diego, California. And it's a 2008 Mazda 3 with 118,000 miles on it. The car drives down the road pretty good. I felt a little bit funny in the front when I was turning, and I'll show you what I found out with that. The transmission didn't shift quite right. The fluid was a little discolored. I put new transmission fluid. We did an oil and filter change on it. Went over some of the other fluids, and we made a little list of some things we're going to do over time. And then I got around to looking at the brakes and the paint and things like that, and I'll show you what I found out. First of all, we'll do the paint real quick because I'm right here. This is the driver's side of the car, and it's just real dull finish. It looks like it's been painted with a spray can or something. And if you look just below it on the bottom part of the skirt of the car, that's how the paint's supposed to look. Then as you start going up, you can see the finish is just horrible. So I don't know if it's overspray or what it is, but he can show them that when he goes back. I'll show you the passenger side so you can make a comparison. So you can see that's just normal paint. That's how it's supposed to look. There's no other flaws, or there's no rough looking spot, dull looking area. That's just regular paint. That looks really good on that side. One more time, show you this side. So you can see it's just real dull. So I don't know what they had to do with that. Okay, then the reason it felt funny when I was driving it is because one tire's worn out. These are how the tires go on the vehicle. This is the driver's rear, passenger rear. Driver's front, passenger front. Okay, these little bars across the tire is a wear bar, and that tells you when it gets down to that bar that there's 2/32 of tread left. In the state of California, that tire is illegal. So I don't know why they put that tire in the customer's vehicle, but when you turn and drive on the road, it doesn't feel right because that tire is obviously shorter than the other ones, and it has no tread left on it, very minimal tread. Then I went to look at the brakes, and I can see the front brake pad. You can see here that it looks like they're brand new. So it's not from Mazda, but they're brand new brake pads. And then we'll go, and the axle looks pretty good. The CV boots, you want to inspect those. And we'll go to the other side here. It's got a brand new brake pad there. CV axle looks good there. Car's pretty clean, pretty dry underneath. We'll go over here to the outer brake pad. That looks new also. Okay, then we'll come back to the rear, and I'll show you what I found out back here. I took the brake pads out of the caliper housing because it's hard to see inside there. And here's the pads that I took out, are these two right here. Remember I told you earlier they're supposed to have 50% material at least on them. So, and when you go to brake school, when the brake pad is as thick as the backing it's made to, it's worn out. So here's the new brake pad. So you can see obviously there's more than 50% wear between this pad and the other pad. So they should have changed the rear brake pads too. And then they've been getting hot. There's a crack down the front of them, down the center. And they start getting worn out, they get a little bit hotter. And so that gets some wear like that. So the brake rotor has a little bit of rust on the surface of it, but it's still pretty straight, so we're going to leave the brake rotor alone for right now. We're going to clean all the hardware up. This one has a piston. I have a special tool. It has those two holes in the top of the piston, and I have a special tool that's going to fit inside there that will screw that piston in because the parking brake is built into the caliper. So it takes more time to change them. So that's a quick recap what's going on with this vehicle, so the consumer can just show the car lot the video. Hopefully they'll pay for his rear brakes, hopefully they'll buy him a new tire, and that'll be the end of it. And if they don't, then you have the DMV investigation department for the state of California, and you have the Bureau of Automotive Repair for the state of California. They'll be happy to help you. They do this kind of thing all the time for consumers. Thank you very much, everyone. Please have your cars inspected. Try and do it before you pay for it, but please have them inspected to make sure you're not driving around with dangerous brakes and dangerous tires. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.